Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. So, I'm creating this video to show everybody how to grow their general contracting company and their real estate company in the upcoming year. I'm Lamont, I'm a real estate investor, contractor, wholesaler, everything in real estate for the most part I've done. I even authored a book. So if you want to pick it up on Amazon, you can. But I really came on here to really try to help contractors and investors understand where they both button heads at. Because with me, I done worked on both sides of the field. I'd have been a contractor since 2008, and I started investing in rental properties in 2012. So I jumped in the real estate game during the crash where I didn't even know it was crashing. Every investor I meet, they was buying all these houses for $5,000, $10,000. A great house for $40,000. So with me, that was one of my harvest seasons. That was one of the seasons where work was coming in on a regular basis and things was looking real good. So since then, of course, it was 2009, 10, market started getting a little different, prices of property started going up, and those type of investors pivoted to a different type of investing strategy. It may have been trading, it may have been stocks, it may have been whatever. But I said all of that just to say that I done been through it all and experienced it all, from investors not paying me to me not being able to finish a job for an investor. And on the investor side, I'd have had contractors run off, don't finish the job. I'd have had contractors did work, did not pull no permit. I even had contractors take pictures of another house with the same layout and said they was done with the work. So I didn't experience it all. But today I want to talk about how to really work together, as contractors and investors, how to communicate, because I believe that's one of the biggest things the biggest problems that we have in this business is really communication. This business filled with a lot of egos, a lot of my way or no way. I know how to do it, you don't. I do this every day. You just write checks. It's just flooded with different egos and different personalities. So one of the things that kind of hurt us as investors, as contractors, is communication. So I'm going to give you guys a few steps on how to communicate with each other, and to be able to not give unrealistic expectations and not have unrealistic expectations. One thing I learned is that a lot of investors, especially out-of-state investors, out-of-country investors, they will have an unrealistic expectation. They think that, you could buy a house for $50,000 and quadruple your money in 30 days. And, that's just an unrealistic expectation. You, as the general contractor or even the project manager, it's your job to deliver that right expectation. It's your job to communicate with them, okay, this what the market is holding. Okay, this what it will realistically cost to get that job done. A lot of times they get misled based on numbers, based on what the wholesaler said, based on what the real estate agent may have gave them, certain type of comps. It's just, poor communication all around the board. So I would say to investors, to find a good contractor, you don't only want to look at his background, you also want to look at how he communicates. You want to set daily expectations. If your contractor working on your project, I will expect daily pictures, daily updates. These things should be done on a regular basis, so it will allow you as the contractor to see when the you as the investor, to see when the contractor is not or losing his performance, so you can kind of pep him back up, ask him, hey, what's wrong? Why we didn't do that? And if these things continue for more than 3 days, it's really time for you, your agent, your property manager, someone in your inner circle to come see the property. I'm not saying that the contractor just didn't get busy and wasn't able to send the updates, but after 3 days, it's time for you or your inner circle to come see the property. Do not allow it to go on a week. Because the next week, he'll be sick, he'll be in the hospital, and the week after that, his child will have asthma. These are the stories that I hear from contractors on a daily basis. So I would definitely tell you, keep that line of communication open and make sure that you get daily updates. Another thing, investors, if you're texting the general contractor, text them. If you're using WhatsApp, use WhatsApp. If you're emailing, email. But find one line of communication that you both agree on and only use that line. Reason why I say that is I done had investors text me all the time. That's our line of communication. But when inspection time come, he start emailing. So I didn't realize I even had an inspection to the day before the inspection. So on things like that, we must keep the line of communication open and try to keep one line of communication. As general contractors, take pictures, take videos, take daily pictures, take daily videos. And a picture roll is not 5 pictures. When I say take daily pictures, I mean that as a contractor or a general contractor, or even your project manager on the job, they should be taking 50 to 60 pictures daily. This allows you to get every angle. It allows you to take pictures of what the contractor just did or what the person just installed. Zoom on the pictures, write on the pictures. As you seeing these pictures and as you seeing the work done, it's easier to correct problems in the beginning than it be to wait till the job is done, wait till everything is sealed up to try to correct the pictures. So your pictures and your videos is ways that you can use to explain what's happening. There's ways you can use to explain with the investor, with the homeowner, what's going on with the project. That tells all. The investor could be able to look at different pictures through the days and say, hold on, nothing been done. The investor will be able to look at different videos and understand that's the same wall. They haven't did anything. And it will allow the doors of communication to open up, and it will allow the investor to help you get through whatever problem you're in. Because contractors, remember this, you are the heart of the investor investment. If the investor do not have a good contractor, he can't do fix and flips, he can't do cheap rentals. A good contractor open the door for a lot of different real estate strategies. So as an investor, you are the heart of the business. So always remember that. That don't mean that you get to control the business. It's definitely a teamwork, but understand that you're the heart of the business. Another things that I notice a lot is with investors and contractors, we do not know our numbers. As a contractor, you must need to know how much every job costs. How much, all the way down to how much your Home Depot material costs, how much your labor going to cost. Even if you got to get all your subs out there to give you bids because you don't understand their pricing strategy yet, or even if you have to talk to your subs and really understand their pricing strategy and but you have to know your numbers. I see so many contractors fail because they do not know their numbers, and they get so many jobs, paying $15, $20, $30,000, and the cash flow coming in, so they think they doing good, but in our reality, they're really not. So as contractors, you must know your numbers. Now, as an investor, you must know the same. As an investor, I always put 5 to 10% on top of whatever contracting number give me. If the deal don't work with that number, the deal just doesn't work, and the reason being is you have to prepare for the unseen. It's your property, it's your investment. The contractor is an asset to you and working with you, but certain things in a property that a contractor just won't know until after he start the work. It may be situations where the contractor may not know it have electric issues until after he start plugging up his saw, or after he start using an outlet where things starting to go wrong. A contractor may rip a wall down and realize all the studs is rotted out. So it's on you to realize this from the beginning. Don't just, you said it'll be this price. No, that's what get contractors frustrated. And if a contractor think they working with an investor like that, they would get frustrated and they'll stop answering your phone call. It'll just be a bad relationship. So I always tell contractors, know your numbers. Stay in Home Depot. Stay on the Home Depot app. Understand how much this piece of drywall costs. Understand how much the mud costs. Understand how much the screws cost. Understand how much the shims cost. Understand how much chalk you need and how much that need just for your razor blades or for your chalk lines. Understand every single part and every single expense of your business is vital. Same way like with investing. Understand your full closing costs. Understand your holding costs. Understand your utilities costs, because now you got contractors in the house using electric, using gas, using water. Understand that is a cost that you have to occur just to even get the work done. Understand that. Understand that, the agent fees, the appraisal fees. Understand these things before you buy the property, so then you can understand your exit strategy on the property. Your profit is made when you buy the property, not when you sell the property. Always remember that, investors. Everybody must need to understand and shine light on their numbers. Because if you don't know your numbers, how can you stay on budget? How can you even create a budget if you don't even know the accurate numbers? So that's not always on the agent. That's not always on the general contractor or your project manager. It's also on you. As an investor, you have to do some of your own homework. Yes, you may have different crews that you're working with, different general contractors that you're working with. Have all three of them, or have multiple contractors give you bids on different properties. What I'm saying? I'm not saying use them and don't never give them the work, but saying that so you can have an understanding of how much things actually cost. With this business, is no set price. Every general contractor, every contractor have their own prices that may be fair to them and with their expenses and how they run their business, versus other people. So always know your numbers so you can create a budget. General contractors, create your budget for your projects. I cannot stress this enough. Break your projects down into phases. Break all your phases down into jobs. Break every job down to actions. Have your numbers for every action. You should know how much one base cabinet costs, how much, one piece of drywall costs. You have to break your numbers all the way down. If you do not break your numbers down, you do not understand your numbers, you cannot create a budget. For every project, I don't care how small it is or how big it is, you must create a budget. And your budget just can't include material and labor. No. What about your gas money? What about your insurance that you got to pay every month? What about your consumables that you use to even get the job? What about the internet? What about your phone bill that you got to have on to call the clients? Understand your numbers, understand what it actually takes to get you to the end product. So prime example, if you as a general contractor or a contractor working on a house for 2 months and you misbudgeted and now it's the project over and you have no profit left, you just worked 2 months for free, but your bills still came in. Your life still had to happen. So always understand your budget, plan for your budget, understand your numbers. Another thing I want to talk about is investors. Stop buying or stop hiring general contractors off of Facebook that you do not know and they just sent you a business card in a chat. It's certain steps and certain things you need to do before you hire a general contractor. First off, you need to vet them. So what I mean by that is not only get pictures and videos, try to go see an actual project. Try to talk to one of their clients. Try to look them up on Facebook. See how long they actually been doing this type of work. See if they proud of their work, where they'll post their work. See do they have a before and after portfolio, not just before in the middle and no after because they ran off on a job, or not a before and after and no middle. They need to have before, middle, and after photos and videos of the project, just so they can secure that they're the one that's actually working on the project. Try to put your eyes or your real estate agent eyes on their projects. Have your real estate agent, if you out of town, out of state, find somebody local. Have that person go look at their work. Have that person go meet them at the property. And say, always try to put your own eyes on the work they did, because every general contractor could be a great photographer. General contractors, stop saying you can do stuff that you cannot do. It's best to go deep than wide. If you're a good HVAC guy, be a good HVAC guy. Do not tell these investors that you know how to rehab houses, you know how to do a tile job and kitchen and bathrooms. No. Go deep. Hone your craft in where you will still make the same amount of profit. Once you understand your numbers and you understand the business, you will still make the same amount of profit. This one thing that I noticed a lot of general contractors get frustrated at, or a lot of really contractors when they convert over to general contracting, is they do not stay in their lane. So Monday they doing electric, Tuesday they plumbing, Wednesday they doing HVAC. No. Stay in your lane. If you have to build a team around one good plumber, one good electrician, one good HVAC guy, that is better than you being a jack of all trades and trying to do all these things and give them a lower budget or a lower price to get these things done, saying, oh, I could do all this stuff myself, and you get frustrated, you run off. It costs them more money. It costs you a relationship, a headache. And not only that, it's that feeling you get inside where, man, I messed up. So always stay in your lane. Do not be overzealous saying you can rebuild the Taj Mahal and all this type of stuff. Don't do that. That do not work. You know, always try to focus on what you do. And if you got to build a company around other great tradesmen, do that. That's what I did. You know, say I built my company around other great tradesmen. Now I know how much they charge per job. I know how long it take. So that gave me a way to scale that. You know, but don't just jump out here because you put a furnace in one time. Now you can put furnaces in. Don't do that. You will lose. That the investor will lose. Everybody will lose. Now, this is for my general contractors and my investors. Create content. Create content. If you really want to grow your business in 2025, create content. Your life is so full of action, so full of things that you're doing on a daily basis. You can just create content around what you do on a daily basis. Now, when you create content, not only this is an easier way to share videos with your investor, rule number one, it allows you to go back and track your progress. It allows you to go back and see certain things in the video. You know, everything from your waste, everything from how you used to do things, everything from, how the kitchen layouts and things like that changed. It allows you to go back and critique yourself and get better and better and better as you grow your general contracting company. Create content. At least every day, create a 10-minute video of you walking through the property. This will do two things. You got content created and you got the investor updated on what's being done. Not only that, if you take pictures and videos of your work, naturally you will gain a certain type of pride because you don't want nobody saying, oh, that's sloppy work or oh, that don't look good. So create content. Use content to grow your business. Now you have all this content, so when a new client come and say, hey, can I see your work? You could just give them your YouTube page and you have all this valuable content that's created for your business and to grow your business. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, and this is for my general contractors, my investors, my business people, anything. If you like content like this, will you please like and subscribe? I definitely appreciate that. But do not allow your personal life impact your business life. Let me say it again. We gotta drink a little water on this now. Do not allow your personal life interfere with your business life. Personal is personal, business is business. Because we're business owners, contractors, investors, our personal life naturally merge into our business life. Please separate it. Please allow it to give each other boundaries. Please allow your personal life to be your personal life. Allow your business life to be your business life. Yes, I know we business owners and I know it merged together. I know it goes together like a fist, but when things go wrong in your personal life, you do not want to affect your business in a negative aspect. Prime example, I have a customer. She was rocking and rolling, doing 5-6 deals a month, doing real good. Her and her husband got a divorce. Her personal life, because of the divorce, she got unfocused on doing deals. She got lackadaisical on checking on certain projects. She got she stopped paying different contractors because her and her husband now they living in 2 different houses. She lost a couple of houses in foreclosure. She didn't pay a contractor. You know, her whole business aspect went bankrupt because her personal aspect took over her business. And prior to that, her business pretty much ran smooth. So that's what I mean. Like, you got to really understand it, look at it, so your personal life would not affect your business life in no shape, form, or fashion. Because no matter what, we human, things going to happen. You know, we got to be able to bounce back and don't just go bankrupt over things like that. Contractors, do not allow your home bills be paid by your future income. And what I mean by that is, do not take the funds from the job to pay your bills before the funds was used on the job. This is one of the key things that get contractors in trouble. You know, we waiting on a job. We haven't had a job in a month. Our bills been bagged up. Investor came down. They finally bought a property. It's a $30,000 rehab. We got third down. Now we can afford the $3,000 to get our bills and taken care of, and try to finagle to the next draw with this $7,000. It don't work. It worked to the next draw, but it never worked to the last draw. Stop doing it. This is something that I caught myself doing in the past when I was new in the business, and I realized, hold on, it just don't work. You know, you have to budget. Go back to budgeting. If you budget your projects right, budget in your payroll. You know what I'm saying? If you're a manager, if you're a good project manager, if you're a good general manager, if you're a good general contractor, you know, you should be able to understand these time frames. You should be able to understand your KPIs. So you should be able to budget in your a payroll. Budget in your payroll. Do not think that all the money that comes to you is for you. Don't do it. You will really get kind of twisted around and things just won't go right. You know, another thing I want to talk about to help grow your business in 2025 is you got to have faith and belief that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to see it. So investors, you got to see the process from acquisition till you sell the house, you know, after it got rehab. You have to understand that process. You know, you got to know that you're strong enough to deal with the ups and downs. If a contractor run off, you know, we got to know that you're strong enough to be resilient. If a house get broken in, we got to know that you're strong enough to get through these obstacles, because these are the things that happen in your business. General contractors, understand your numbers, understand your time, you know, understand really how to do what you say you're going to do. Integrate your words with your action. You know, that's one thing that I bumped across a lot with a lot of general contractors. You know, they say they can do something. I see them doing it. They do it over here with this person, but when it comes to me, for some reason that fall off. You know, so understand that. Understand how to work with investors. Understand how to work with your team. You know, one of my things is I try to know those who labors amongst me. You know, so I know how my painter work. I know how my plumber work. I know how this investor going to pay. I know what she going to say. I understand that. You know, don't be afraid to understand and know your team, because that's really what's going to take you farther in this business than anything. You know, and say this business with general contracting, investing, real estate, this is a relationship-based business. If you got great relationships with subcontractors and great relationship with investors, you will be a great general contractor. To do that, you have to know how to communicate. You have to know how to manage. You have to know how to budget. You really have to know how to market. You have to know your numbers. You have to understand your numbers. You have to understand human resources. So, and a million other things. So we understand that being a general contractor is a hard job, but it's profitable. And that's the next step to being an investor. For my investors, understand that you cannot have these high expectations and then have these low budgets. You know, we have to be realistic. This is a business where general contractors have to make a living. If you don't want the general contractor to run off and go find another job, you have to make the budget to the point where they won't do that. If they give you the numbers and they know that's their numbers, understand that's their numbers. If they say, man, we're going to charge you $42,000, but because you did a few business with them, you talked them down to 37, they really didn't make no money on that job. They really did that job for you for free. Not only that, during that time, it probably put them back because remember, most general contractors live hand to job. You know, mouth to job, hand to mouth, however you want to say it. That's really how they live. So understand how to work with them. Understand that they is human. Understand they work hard and they need to get paid fair. Do not try to give a general contractor $1,000 to paint a 2-bedroom house. No, you're not going to get good quality work. It's just not going to happen. Pay a fair price so you can get a fair product and you will have a fair return on your property, on your profit, on your, on the property. Another thing, you guys like content like this, like and subscribe. I'm new to YouTube, so I want to thank you guys for sticking around with me and allowing me to just pour out my heart and things I know about general contracting and investing with you guys. Another key thing on this, I would like to talk about marketing to my general contractors. General contractors, you must market for good talent the same way you market for business. It goes hand in hand. If you get $1 million this month in business and no good talent, you still in the same spot. Nothing's getting done. So understand and build you a marketing strategy to find good talent. Understand and build you a market strategy to find good talent that understand what they do. You don't have to find a one-man show. I will find 3 to 4 good people in your trades. Find you a good plumber that you can work with. Find you a good HVAC guy that you can work with. A good electrician that you can work with. Maybe a good floor guy that you can work with. A good painter, a drywall guy. It's best to niche everything down and have who's good at what, do that. If you want to be profitable in general contracting, listen to me. Only have who is good at something, do that particular thing. If you have the floor guy put in a hot water tank, it's going to be a mess. I've seen it. You can go back and look at some of my old YouTube videos. You done seen it too. It don't work out right. So market to good talent. Pay good talent. Don't always try to talk them down. Use their numbers. And then you can put your markup on their numbers and send it over to the investor. And say that will allow the investor to understand really what's going on, because everybody have to make a living wage out of this. I know investors that want to make $40,000 in 90 days with every project. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. Sometimes they make $60,000 in 90 days. Sometimes they make $30,000 in 90 days. They have to understand that. You have to understand that. And you have to understand how to have a clear expectation of that to let them know, look, to get this outcome, it costs this amount of money. Period. You know, you definitely want to focus on things. You definitely want to focus on things like that, so you can be able to communicate to every party. So you got the general contractor, you got to be the smartest person out the bunch. I always remember that. You know, so one of the things I was really talking about, and I want to recap on, or really just talk about, you know, investors, understand your numbers, understand what's going on, understand how is it going on, understand why is it going on, understand your time frame, understand realistic budgets, understand your comps. General contractors, same as you, understand your numbers, understand your team, understand how fast that HVAC guy that you've been dealing with could put that furnace in. Understand how fast that plumber you've been dealing with could put that hot water tank in. You know, understand how to use all your tools. You know, use your calendar, use your use your CRMs. You know, everybody to grow their business in 2025, we have to work together for as a team. Investors, you have to work with contractors. Contractors, you have to work with investors. We all just have to get along. So understand communication, understand numbers, understand the market, understand what's going on, understand why it's going on, understand when it's going on, and understand how it's going on. You know, these are some key things that you need to look at your business and ask yourself those questions on a daily basis. If it's things that you may want to use, I'm going to talk about AI a little bit now, because that's one tool that I use for everything, you know. So if you want to understand different strategies on your business, upload it to ChatGPT. If you want to understand your numbers, you know, upload your bank statements, upload your Cash App, upload your Zelle, your Venmo, upload your ways of getting money to ChatGPT and ask them where I'm making money at, where I'm losing money at. You know, upload all these things in a time where you started the project and a time where you ended the project. Ask ChatGPT, how much did this project cost me every day? Now you have a key performance indicator. You know, use AI to scale your business not just in the beginning, just period. You know, but you can be more business savvy if you use AI now. It's easier to find your numbers. It's easier to understand things that's going on. So don't be scared of new technologies. I know a lot of general contractors, man, they still using flip phones. Nah, man. You know, use technology, use AI, use things like Calendly and Motion.io, you know, AI, whatever. Use tools like Contracting Right Pro, a CRM that I developed straight for contractors, by a contractor, even Jobber, you know, Builder Trend. Use your tools to grow your business in 2025. You know, really understand how your business work in 2025. So that's really my rant and rave I had today for general contractors, investors, things like that. Once again, if you like content like this, if you like, you know, will you please like, subscribe, share. You know, I'm really trying to come to you guys, give you guys good content, give you guys lessons that I learned from being in real estate, you know, being in business, you know, over the years that I've been doing this. And I've been doing this mainly full time. I done worked with some of the largest hedge funds, from SF43, Vinebrook, Apex, Zillow, you know. So I understand how the investment side of this thing works. And I'm also a real estate investor. You know, I do my own fix and flips, you know, my own rentals, you know, things like that. But my core is a general contractor. That's what I love. I love seeing things start to finish. You know, I love dealing with other investors, you know, especially out of state investors, out of country investors. So if you like things like this, please like and subscribe, share my content. And if you want to learn how to grow your business, if you need help, inbox me. I will help you. If you know, I will help you. Inbox me. Find me on Facebook, Lamont Hammer Allen on Facebook. Inbox me on YouTube. Inbox me on TikTok. I will help you grow your business in 2025 because I just want to see everybody win this year. I want to see everything go smooth. You know, I want to see all the investors be profitable, which make all the general contractors be profitable, which make all our team be profitable. You know, so I just want to thank you guys for this evening. And like I say, like, subscribe, share, comment. I appreciate it.